What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 365 Fitness Radio Show. I'm your gracious host, Coach Chauncey, at your service, and I'm glad to have everybody tuning in. Have you ever wanted to become healthier and wiser? You just want to have more energy and time to appreciate your family and the joys of life. On this radio show, we're going to reveal tips and tricks to help you get in the best mental and physical shape in your life. Now let's get started with today's show. Today I want to talk about let others be right most of the time. Again, let others be right most of the time. One of the most important questions you can ever ask yourself is, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Many times, the two are mutually exclusive. Being right, defending our position, takes an enormous amount of mental energy and often alienates us from the people in our lives by needing to be right or needing someone else to be wrong. Encourages others to become defensive, and it puts pressure on us to keep defending. Yet, many of us, me too, at times, spend a great deal of time and energy attempting to prove or point out that we are right and or others are wrong. Many people consciously or unconsciously believe that it's somehow their job to show others how their position, statements, and points of view are incorrect. And that in doing so, the person they are correcting is going to somehow appreciate it, or at least learn something. Wrong. Think about it. Have you ever been corrected by someone and said to the person who was trying to be right, thank you so much for showing me that I'm wrong and you're right. Now I see it. Boy, you're great. Or has anyone you know thanked you or even agreed with you when you corrected them or made yourself right at their expense? Of course not. The truth is, all of us hate to be corrected. We all want our position to be respected and understood by others. Being listened to and heard is one of the greatest desires of the human heart. And those who learn to listen are the most loved and respected. Those who are in the habit of correcting others are often resented and avoided. It's not that it's never appropriate to be right. Sometimes you generally need to be or want to be. Perhaps there are certain philosophical positions that you don't want to budge on, such as when you hear a racist comment. Here it's important to speak your mind. Usually, however, it's just your ego creeping in and ruining an otherwise peaceful encounter. A habit of wanting or needing to be right. All right? So, a wonderful, heartfelt strategy for becoming more peaceful and loving is to practice allowing others the joy of being right. Give them the glory. Stop correcting. As hard as it may be to change this habit, it's worth any effort and practice it takes. So when someone says, I really feel it's important too, rather than jumping in saying, no, it's more important to, or any of the hundreds of other forms of conversational editing, simply let it go and allow their statement to stand. The people in your life will become less defensive and more loving. They will appreciate you more than you could ever have dreamed possible, even if they don't exactly know why. You'll discover the joy of participating in and witnessing other people's happiness, which is far more rewarding than a battle of egos. All right. So you don't have to sacrifice your deepest philosophical truths or most heartfelt opinions. But starting today, just let others be right most of the time. All right. I mean, I know it's going to be kind of hard for some of y'all because, like I said earlier, I struggle with this myself. I got a habit of myself of wanting to be right or feeling I need to stand on my position. But like I said, I'm a person that's going to continue to try to make small improvements to my life daily. So like I said, it's a struggle because at the end of the day, you got to remember these are all learned behaviors that you have learned over the years. And for some of y'all, it's going to be hard to break. I mean, like I said, again, I still struggle with it too. Sometimes you're right. What it's like, hey, why bother? Eventually they're going to figure it out. All right. I mean, like I said, it's going to take time, but just like I said, just stop, just stop every time you feel yourself wanting to prove to them your position. Just fall back and let them have it. Just be like, all right, you know what? Let he or she go ahead on and feel that they're right in this position, even if you know you're right. All right. So like I said, give that a shot, y'all. So again, let others be right most of the time. Give it a shot and let me know your feedbacks and your thoughts. Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This radio show is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show. So today we're going to talk about fighting off the virus. All right. We're going to fight off this virus. All right. So here we go. Let's face it. Today, more than ever, health is a topic of concern. We take precautions to avoid exposure to others and to mitigate our risk of contracting coronavirus by wearing our mask, social distancing, staying home, and following the guidelines and protocols written out in public. We do this because we don't want to get ourselves or others sick. All right. So, what is health? To have good health is to be free of illness or injury, to be able to adequately cope with the demands of life, and to maintain a state of equilibrium with yourself and your environment. All right. When we are in a state of good health, our quality of life increases dramatically. We are able to utilize our bodies without pain, experience natural energy, and enjoy feeling like joy and happiness. All right. One of the factors that influences our health the most is your diet. The foods that you eat make a measurable impact on the condition of your health. But eating healthy, wholesome, and nutritious foods, you give your body the building blocks it needs to fortify health cells and smooth bodily functions. All right. Just as important are the things that we avoid eating as a part of our diet, such as, like I tell y'all all the time, refined sugars being the deadliest, additives, processed ingredients, unhealthy fats, unnatural sugars are problems for our bodies to flush out the best way it can. So too much of these harmful items will result in extra weight. It will clog your arteries and decreased ability to regulate the blood sugar. All right. So today, I'd like you to draw the mental connection between your healthy eating and your good health. All right. We're going to do this by sticking to a low sugar, high protein, high fiber diet. You will take measurable strides towards claiming better health. All right. This means having a strong immune system that's ready to be able to fight off any of the viruses. All right. So please add good health to your list of reasons for getting into great shape and instilling healthier eating habits to last you a lifetime. All right. Also, like I tell y'all all the time too, I need y'all to utilize hydration for fat loss. All right. Utilize hydration for fat loss. So most people are chronically dehydrated, which basically just means that you're not drinking enough water throughout the day. All right. There are two main reasons that you're not drinking enough water, what can cause you to gain weight. All right. Reason number one is thirst often feels like hunger, which is going to lead to overeating. All right. So most of the time, when we think we're hungry and we find ourselves reaching for a snack, it's actually due to just the thirst that's simply disguising itself as hunger. All right. This leads to regrettable food decisions throughout your day. And all of these undesirable calories add up and they work against your body fat, and your energy levels. All right. And number two, dehydration is going to slow down your body functions too, which includes your metabolism. All right, because I don't want to bore y'all with different graphs and stuff, but it's been reported that 75% of people suffer from chronic dehydration, which leaves the body vulnerable to naturally gaining weight, illnesses, injuries, and further increases the risk of contracting any number of different viruses out there. All right. The human body is made up of 11 important organ systems, including the circulatory, respiratory, the digestive, the nervous, the endocrine system. But nevertheless, all of these functions, they also include the immune system, the muscular system, and the reproductive system. All right. So bottom line, all these systems are going to work together to maintain a healthy human body. And all the systems rely on proper hydration to deliver the vitamins, the nutrients, and the minerals to stay healthy and to recover quickly. All right. So then you got foods that's untouched and unprocessed is always going to be the healthiest. All right. So you can see how many real whole foods you can fit into your diet while cutting out the packaged foods. So you'll be pleasantly surprised how quickly your body will transform when you eat foods prepared the way they're naturally intended. I've given you the strategies and tactics here to get you in the best mental and physical shape of your life. Now it's time for you to pull the trigger and implement. Let me know what you thought of today's show, where I'm showing you how to and what to do stuff. I can't wait to hear about your success. Talk to you soon, my friend. See you next week.